So if you clicked on this video, it means you didn't get the answers to the question. That's no big deal. You might be saying to yourself, why didn't I get the answers? No big deal. Sometimes we don't quite read the questions properly, and here we go. Let's have a look at them. So the first question said the ratio of blooming to non-blooming orchids. So blooming to non-blooming. All right. So what we need to look at first of all is what the question says. It tells us that 4 of the 20 orchids have bloomed. So we know that 4 of them have bloomed, okay? But if we go over here, there are 20 in total. That means there's not 20 that haven't bloomed, that means there's 16 that haven't bloomed. Because the blooming plus the non-blooming have to be 20, so that's 4 to 16. Okay? If we write it as a fraction, we could write it as 4 over 16. And if we reduce the fraction by taking a 4 out of each, we could reduce that to 1 over 4. Okay? So our ratio of blooming to non-blooming, 4 over 16, which is reduced to 1 over 4. Okay? The second one says the percentage of orchids. Right? Oh, one thing before we do that. If I chose, I could write this as 1 over 4, like I did in the solution, right? Either way is fine. Let's moving on to B, the percentage of orchids. So this was A, that have bloomed. Well, the percentage that have bloomed is going to be the number that have bloomed over the total number of orchids. The number that have bloomed over the total number. Right? So if we reduce this, well, we can, but it's not going to give us a percentage. Right? We could reduce it to 1 over 5. What we want to say is we could do this. Because we could get something over 100, and that something is the percentage. Right? And then we could use our cross product, right? And say 20x equals 400. 20x equals 400. Okay? And then we have to divide by, we get the red here, have to divide this by 20, and divide this by 20. And then we get ourselves, and I know we're way down the bottom here, but that's 1x. 400 divided by 20 is actually 20, right? So that's our percentage. That would be our x value that would go up top here. I'll put a big 20 over top. Okay, so that is 20 over 100, which is 20%. So therefore, 20% have bloomed, of the orchids have bloomed. And that's how you get the answer 20%. Okay, I hope that makes sense.